So what I wanted to do was kind of give you an excerpt of what it would be like to see me in action, applying my services. So we've got a young lady named Natasha. She's 25 years old. She's been in an abusive relationship for 10 years with her boyfriend. Wants to get out of that situation. She hates her job. She's been working a job making $9.50 for about 5 years now. And so what I did was, she told me that, she just needed some encouragement. She wanted to get better. So I asked her a set of questions, which I do. She did not disclose her full name, which I don't expect you to. You can even create a pseudonym or whatever you want to do. That's up to you. I asked her a set of questions. After I asked her a set of questions to kind of gather what she's really going through, what's going on, this is what I came up with. So now you get a chance to watch the video and, and see what happens. I don't know, I want to kind of reflect on some of the conversations that we had, because I think those things are important in order for me to tie them all together and bring it all together. I asked you about your father and what your relationship was like with him growing up, and you let me know that basically that he wasn't around at all. I'm sorry that your father never taught you the process of a flower. Here's what I mean by that. A flower is so beautiful. It is so delicate. It buds. But it cannot bud unless it's connected to the root. And I look at a father as a root. And the budding of what comes from that is a reflection of how the flower was maintained. Was it put in the right, conditions to receive proper water care, proper sunshine, proper soil? And I want to apologize because the care that you needed, the mentoring that you needed, the extra hugs, the involvement to come home and tell someone, a man, how another man was treating you at some point in your life, whether it was your prom, whether it was your first date, whatever it was, you know what I mean? I know that you might have been, from our conversations, you had a great relationship with your mother. But I believe that one of the biggest reasons why you're having the situation that you're having right now with this young man is because you've had to learn a lot about a man from your experiences. And what better place to learn about a man than a man? I'm not saying your mother couldn't have given you great advice, but the example of a man changes things, and I believe you deserve that. So I apologize for that. The second thing I want to say to you is cement and soil doesn't mix. Again, going back to the soil conversation, you want to make sure that a flower is put in the best position to grow. And to put cement on top of it only makes it much more difficult for growth. And even if that flower shoots out of the cement, it has nothing to hold on to long because it is completely ravished or enclosed, rather, from being able to really grow to the level that it needs to be. Only a little bit of wind, only a little bit of rain, and it's now the elements that could have helped it now will harm it. So what's happening in your life at this moment is there's cement, right? Because some people hurt you. Some people made it hard for you to trust them. Some people might have stepped in between your situation with your boyfriend and said you could do better, and it made things worse. Some people don't understand that. You've been through a lot of stuff, I can tell from the conversation. But now you're gonna have to do something that might be very challenging. And that is to now look and say, am I in the best soil where I can grow? Am I in the best surroundings that can help me to mature? And only you know the answer to that. but cement and soil don't mix. Third of all, a bird doesn't have potential. It is potential. In other words, nobody teaches it. Nobody has to tell it that you're supposed to fly. It flies. It has innately in it all of the things that it needs. Natasha, listen to me. You have everything in you that you need to survive. Matter of fact, I'm going to tell you, Natasha, what you were made to be, which is worth $9.25. Matter of fact, your manager doesn't realize how much of an asset you are. Your company doesn't realize how much of a light you are to that place. But you have to. And I'm telling you, the first step is someone telling you, and I'm telling you, you are. You are the difference. You are the it factor. You have everything you need. You are meant to fly. Now, that don't mean go jump off a building, all right? Hopefully you smile there. The last thing I want to say to you is, when people go swimming, some people go swimming because, it could be trivial, something fun out at the beach. Some people like to go deep. And so you decided, through our conversation, you said to me, I want to get better. I want a better job. That requires, more reading, books, more acquiring of information, putting yourself around seminars of different people that are looking to go, maybe looking for internships, mentorships. That requires some digging. That requires going deep. So stop swimming in shallow water with scuba gear on. Shallow water, you ain't got no reason for that. You stand in shallow water, you can't even put your whole body in it. I'm gonna go back to what I said. I almost should put your name in there. You, Natasha, you have what it takes to get out of this circumstance. But it starts with you. So what I want you to do is I want you to go home. I want you to write down, or if you're at home now, take out a paper and a pen. You said you wanted a better relationship. You wanted to make more than the $9, and change that you were making. And you feel stuck. I want you to start there. I want you to write down and say, I deserve a better relationship. And I want you to write down the type of man that you would want. And you might say, I don't know where to start. Well, if you don't know how to write that down, say, I deserve a better relationship. I'm worth more than $9.50. And I am not stuck. I have everything I need because God equipped you with everything you need. I want you to write those 3 things down, and for the next 15 days, when you get up in the morning, you say it to yourself. In the middle of the day, at lunch, when you take your lunch break, while everybody else is gossiping, talking, reading magazines, everything, I want you to stop. I want you to go into your bathroom. I want you to go into the bathroom. I want you to look in the mirror, and I want you to say those things to yourself. And then at the end of the night, I want you to go back in that mirror at your house, and I want you to say that to yourself again. You should be saying it to yourself 3 times. 3 times in the morning, 3 times in midday, 3 times in the evening, to yourself. Because it starts up here. Your body is following your mind right now, meaning your emotions is ruling your actions. Now it's time for your mind, which is beautiful, bright, bold. It's time for your mind to make your body follow along. I believe in you, Natasha, and I know you have God-given ability to get out of your situation. So I'd love to hear your testimony and see how you come along the way you are.